Deuteronomy 30:7, it says, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." And before I begin this lesson or continue this lesson, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I'm with the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. Everybody want to test me when I'm doing a lesson. Damn. And throwing me off. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. This lesson will be entitled "Pride Before a Fall." All right, so I had another lesson lined up, but I didn't go through with it. So I want to do a quick lesson, right, dealing with the pride of Esau. You know, their pride. You know, it was once a prideful nation, a prideful people, and now they're being brought down. Now I'm gonna say this. I don't know if these women right here. Well, I know the one in the middle. She definitely probably ain't no Edomite. But for the one right here that's wiping the eye and the other one that's crying on the right, I don't know if they Edomites or Jake. You know, it's neither here nor there because we know that Israelites are scattered in all nations. So-called blessed Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, we all been scattered. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit of this video. All right, and I do claim the Copyright Act, right? I'm gonna say this again. I claim the Copyright Act because I posted something, all right, and they called themselves giving me a copyright strike, right? But I had stated that basically the Copyright Act, all right, this is used for educational purposes only. So we're gonna play a little bit of this video.
I just spent $600 on brakes on my car, just on the front part of the car, because I couldn't afford all 4 brakes and axles and rotors and whatever the fuck. And then now I just paid my car payment, which is $500, so I just blew $1,100 in like 3 hours, and it wasn't even like fun, you know? Fuck.
and then right, and so really, what's happening is these curses that were put on the Israelites, now they're upon your ass. If you're an Edomite, you know, you was living deliciously, like how it says in Revelations. The inhabitants of Babylon have lived deliciously. I can't spell deliciously. Because America is Babylon. All right? Damn. Yeah, Revelation 18 says how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. But hey, you seeing that sorrow, you seeing a small portion of that sorrow, and ultimately, it says so much torment and sorrow give her, was ultimately too when the missiles come, because Babylon, America, Babylon the Great America, right, will be destroyed by nuclear warfare. So yeah, America, y'all Americans have lived deliciously. So-called whites, which are the Edomites, y'all live deliciously. And if you're a so-called white person, you come on here and you say, well, I haven't really had the, basically I didn't have the benefits of the other whites, while I was here in this country. I went through this. I was in jail. I was mainly poor. Well, most likely, you could be an Israelite. Because like we always go into Israelite foreigners. You got Israelites in every country, so you could be an Israelite. If you was actually going through the curses before, America started receiving some type of judgment. Before the economy was bad, you could be a Jake. You could be an Israelite. And all these other heathen nations, they enjoyed living deliciously over here in Babylon the Great. So let's go back real quick. Oh shit.
Sorry, it's just so overwhelming. Like, you work and 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 you work, and it's just to pay off, like, your basic necessities.
And ultimately too, woman, you got fucked over with paying $600 on some brakes because they know that they can get over on you. When that's the not the benefits. That's the downside of not having no man around. Because maybe if you had a man around, he would have had somebody that can do them brakes for $150. Hell, the brakes on the front don't even cost that much. What the fuck you driving? A Porsche? You know, what are you driving? If you driving a little Honda, Toyota, you goddamn brakes $30 off eBay. Ceramic. Anyway.
And you can't, like, in this city that I live in, public transport, please. If I were to do public transport, it's like asking to get raped, and I really shouldn't be crying because now I have to go to another work event, and now I'm going to be all puffy. I'm just... Living is so expensive. Just keeping yourself alive and floating is so expensive. And what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted is if I were to take public transport here, especially for my job requires a car. I have to have a bunch of shit that I have to lug with me for work. And I can't do that with public transport.
So, matter of fact, let's fast forward. I'm gonna see what else I can get.
I've been unable to stop crying for the past several days. I don't know if it was my son's hospitalization or what's going on. I just feel really, really depressed.
And so anyway, I don't want to hear that shit no more. So, we're gonna go to damn, I forgot what I was about to get. It's in Proverbs. Shit, it left my. Let me see. It left my mind. I know it's in Proverbs 29. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn." And the wicked is the Edomites. That's who's ruling. Or the Edomites. Damn, I got brain fog. Salakia. Damn, Salakia. Yeah. Alright, so this damn, come on, bro. So this is Malachi 1, because Malachi tells you who the wicked are. Alright, this is Malachi 1. It says, "The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel" by Malachi says, "I loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?" And that's what Negroes, a lot of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's what they say. How the Lord love us? We going through all this shit, not understanding that we did that. We broke the law, statutes, commandments. So, hey, the curses came upon us going into captivity, slavery. Right? It says, "Wherein hast thou loved us?" Was not Esau Jacob's brother, right? So, so-called white people are our brothers. All right. This is said the Lord, yet I love Jacob. It says, "And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." And that hasn't happened yet. The Edomites are still here. And it's prophesied that they'll be the ruling people in the last days. Verse 4, whereas Edom said, "We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever." So these people are the border of wickedness. The earth is given unto them. So like it's the wrong one. The earth is given unto them, and the people are mourning. So that's why stuff is the way it is, because they are in rulership, the wicked. All right, and they want it to be like this so that you can take that MOTB. that mark of the beast, which is the microchip. That would be the new way of paying. You want to go right back to how things were before 2019, or because on up to that point, it wasn't really no hardships. It was hardships for the Israelites, but as far as other races and nationalities, well, same thing. That was here. East Item, they weren't going through a lot. Opioid epidemic, that ain't shit. The curses started hitting them when that happened. But finance-wise, the Israelites been going through that. So now the curse is upon you, and y'all been very prideful. And then I'm gonna get a few verses dealing with pride. I'm gonna close it out. It's not going to be a long lesson. Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh the shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. And a lot of Edomites are prideful about the whole slavery aspect. Dealing with how they enslaved the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, right, which are the Israelites. A lot of them were prideful about that. Now shame is covering them because their dirty laundries have been aired out. So a lot of them, they have shame. They are full of shame. It says, Proverbs 16:5, everyone that is proud in his heart, which is the word lob, which means his mind, is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. So yeah, you definitely gonna be punished, Esau. You got to. It says Proverbs 29:23, a man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble. And the spirit and the humble is Jacob. All right, you Israelites out there. And pride has brought Esau low. And just like how Lord told Pharaoh, just for this cause, I've raised thee up. I know it's in Exodus. Just for this cause. Just for this shit. Yeah, Exodus 9. Okay, a new one, 4. Exodus 9. Let me get a little bit more on it. All right, so 9:16. Let's get 13. The Lord said unto Moses, raise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord power of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people. And the Lord's going to also plague this current Egypt, which is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, Revelation. This is spiritual Egypt in Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Lord's going to plague this Egypt like once before. It's going to be worse. It says, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now will I stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth, and in every deed. For this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power. So the Lord raised these people up so he can show his power a second time. He put them on this high status to bring them down, and then to set his people up. Their purpose has been fulfilled in the earth. Them putting the Israelites in captivity, that was their purpose. Them being the hammer over the whole earth, like how it says in Jeremiah, that was their purpose. Them being them running the beast with the crowns, like I speaks of Revelation, the woman in scarlet on that red beast, right? They fulfilled their purpose. Now it's time for them to go down. It says, "For to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. And as yet exalteth thou thyself against my people, that thou will not let them go." And Esau have exalted himself against us. And now it's time for him to go. You know? And then let me get that let me see. I know it's Revelation 11. I ain't gotta look that up. What the hell? Salakia. Why is he doing that? There you go. Okay. All right, Revelation 11. And it says, damn, did I pass it? Yeah. Right here at 8, it says, "And the dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." So our Lord was crucified here in Babylon the Great. They put up Cesare Borgia, so-called white man, and that's not how the Lord looked. Yahushua is the so-called black man from the tribe of Judah, with white woolly hair, white woolly beard. You know, and it says, "in their dead bodies," meaning we didn't know who we were, so we was in a dead state. You don't know who you are. You know, you're like unto the walking dead. You know, you don't know who you are. And so our dead bodies was in the streets of here in Babylon, the Great America. All right. And it said, well, that's all I want with that. That's all I want. I'm just proving that this is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Then let me get something else. I think it's Isaiah 14 or 13. I think it's 14. No, it's 13 is dealing with the Medes, which are the Russians, taking this place down. I'm going to get 14. That's what I want. 14. Isaiah, I'll probably close out with this because I got to get ready to go. Isaiah 14. And I'm going to give 4. "That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, How have the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased?" And this is America. All right. It says, "And the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers." Right. So the wicked, the Edomites, was taken out of power. All right. Who is the wicked? The border of wickedness, Esau, Edom, right? Malachi. It says, "Who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, none hindered." He rules the nations in anger. Going to these other nations, cause warfare, cause what's it called? Coups to happen. Is it coups? Yeah. You know, go in and overtake the government, take resources, dictate the people. And he's smiting his own people. You see, Lil Shawty at the beginning of the video, and her they crying that they're Edomites. You know, it says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. It says, "Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us." Right, so ain't no more cutting the trees down, building. Right, taking resources. That's what that's going into. You know, it says, let me see. Verse 12, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?" And this don't deal with Satan falling from heaven. You know, he caused a war with the Heavenly Father. That ain't what this is talking about. Falling from heaven represents rulership. Lucifer just means light bearer. Right now, Esau, he's the light bearer. Right? When Yahushua comes, he's the other light bearer. He's the true light bearer. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?" And that's what he do. He weakens the nations by what? Warfare. All right. He who smote the people with a continual stroke. That's what that's going into. The sword was his weapon. He gonna use it. The sword was his blessing. He gonna use it. It says, and really, Really, that's all I want with that, for lack of time. So with that, I hope this is an edifying lesson. And before I close, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, Shalom.